Hey, what's up guys? Today I'd like to show you guys my 60 card Infernoid deck profile that I took at the Arizona Regional and got 34th place. So unfortunately I could not get the record that I wanted. I definitely wanted to make the top 8, but this was a deck that I played. It could be very better. After testing it for an event, I did realize what are the flaws in this deck. And I'd actually like to take this deck profile to discuss why this deck did not perform the way it should have. So to start, I'd like to show off by saying I played 3 Decatrons. This is one of the best Infernoids in the deck, as it can be any single Infernoid monster from your deck as long as you can resolve its effect. And during the tournament it was completely by far the best Infernoid, as it can pop a card for me when I wanted to, or it can negate a card, which was very versatile. And from there, I played 3 Patrulia. This was also a very good Infernoid, as a lot of the times I'll just summon it, make Minerva, and extend my plays. Or other times I would just summon it, pop a card, and leave it on the board to try to DD Crow my opponent. And from there, 2 Infernoid Harmodic. This card sometimes came up where I'd send it off Decatron, pop a card, and then make Minerva, but overall it was okay. I milled it more times than I drew it, so it worked. Then from there, 2 Infernoid Systemus. He helped to just get over cards and go for damage. He was good. From there, 2 Deviati and 2 Anunku. So with these cards, they're very, very useful, either summoning them or setting them off Decatron, as being able to negate cards turn 1 was pretty ridiculous, and summoning these to get over boards was very helpful. And for the last Inferno, I played 1 Sid Jet for the Void Feast. And from there I played triple Alistair. I felt there's times at the tournament where I was only playing Invoked, because this engine really did a lot for the tournament for me. And looking back at it, I'd probably play more of the spell cards, but for the most part, this engine worked very well for me. And finally, I played 2 Raiden and 2 Wolf. So I really felt that my biggest mistake, well, one of my bigger mistakes, was not playing 3 Wolves. Throughout the tournament, I realized how important getting a successful grass was, as sometimes I would grass for several cards, 15, 20, I even had a 30 card mill at one point, which that one just won the game. But a lot of the times I just needed cards that did things in the grave rather than dumping a bunch of spells and traps. But 2 Wolves was great. Wolf was fantastic. Every time I got him, it just helped out a lot, and it made it way easier to summon Minerva. And this next ratio was by far the biggest mistake in my opinion in the deck that I decided to play, but I played 2 Fairy Tale Snow, 1 Level Eater. So there's no official word going into the tournament if Linkuriboh is going to be legal, so I brought my Level Eaters anyway. But ultimately enough, at the tournament it was ruled that Linkuriboh was not going to be legal, and I had lost one of my Fairy Tale Snows, so to keep my deck at 60, I played the 1 Level Eater just in case. But there's many times where I needed to mill Fairy Tale Snow and I just didn't, which is, I kind of feel that was one of the bigger reasons why my deck did not perform, as having that 3rd Fairy Tale Snow would have been so much better. From there, 3 Ash Blossom. It's one of the best hand traps in the game right now. 3 Ghost Ogre and 1 Maxi to round out the hand traps. I would have played Cyframe Gamma, but didn't have access to it for the event, so couldn't do much about it, and that's why I played Ghost Ogre, which Ghost Ogre actually worked a lot for me. And from there I played 3 Left Arm Offering. This card was very good. I don't think he got ashed a single time throughout the tournament, but it put in a lot of work getting me to grass, even though sometimes grass wouldn't get me there. There's a few scenarios where I added Pot of Desires or Magical Meltdown, But no, it was a very versatile card. Sometimes it was mediocre to open it. This one time, a Spiral player did stack it, and it was just dead. But besides that, it was very useful throughout the entire day. Whoops, looks like the camera's tilting a bit. But from there we have 3 Potted Desires. Gotta keep the consistency up, so 3 Solar Recharge and 3 Charge of Light Brigades. These cards put in a lot of work. Any hand where I felt like I opened this got me to at least some form of a play. So I really enjoyed those cards. From there, 3 Void Banishment. Probably one of the better spells on the deck, as resolving a Voice Feast is great. As well as if you're going second a turn to get that turn 1 Imagination. It's pretty good. Now for my 2-offs, I played 2 Meltdown and 2 Invocation. So with this, this basically just made your Alistair plays. I did opt to play 2 just because I mainly prioritize seeing my other spell cards, but if I could search Alistair, I would want to. So, and this had good synergy with Void Imagination, which I really could not pull off during the tournament. But Invocation was ridiculous. If I got to banish Alistair with Fairy Tale, this became a combo, which was like really cool. And from there, I played 2 Void Imagination. I really wish that I had better things to say about this card, but I really don't. In fact, throughout the day, I only resolved it once in a test game with one of my teammates, so it was very meh. Now, 1 Voids here. Again, I was missing some cards that I actually wanted to play, so I opted to play this as another target for the Void spell, but actually, it did help out sometimes playing through Babushka. I so happened to have it in hand and resolved the Decatron to go, so maybe it could have better applications, especially since the deck struggles with Babushka. But overall, it was an okay card. Soul Charge, this card is ridiculous. Foolish Barrel, I feel like I opened this card a lot, and it got me to Wolf, which may help me make Minerva. 1 for 1, card was ridiculous all day. 1 Burial from a Different Dimension, card was very, very decent. It was, probably wouldn't play it, but it was okay. And the most polarizing card in the deck would have to be That Grass is Greener. When it worked, it worked. When it didn't, it really didn't. And sometimes I got punished for it. Other times I didn't, and just won the game. So, and the final card I played in my deck could be 1 Void Feast. The card was absolutely insane all day. My best board with it, I was able to get 4 negations with 2 Decatrons, 1 Macabre, and an Ash in hand, and that was just ridiculous. So that was all the spells and traps. From there, I'd like to go off, and I played 1 Minerva, whoops, too low. 1 Minerva, 1 Babushka, and 1 Cyframe Lord Omega. You mainly just make Minerva in this deck, but they were alright all day. So for the fusions, we played 1 Tierra. You really only need 1. It's very hard to summon it anyway. And 1 Purgatrio for the Infernoid, and for the Invoked. And I played 2 Macabre for the event. I probably would play 3, but 2 worked out fine. 2 Older Entity Entis. I don't want to rely on the cards, so. And I played 1 Ashik Magician, 1 Decode, 1 Proxy, 1 Trigate, and this should be 2 Firewall Dragons, but I returned them to my teammate. And I had all those for like level eaters and when I need to make link plays. And from there, my side deck was very bad. I did rush to finish it, but it was just Dark Hole, Rigeki, 3 Twin Twisters, 1 Gamma Seal, 3 Scolding, 3 Mistake, and 3 Dimensional Barriers for Pendulums. Yeah, so that was the side deck. There's a lot of issues because I just ran out of time to fill out my deck list and I don't want to take a game loss. So basically, I'd probably just play more Kaijus. But this deck did have a lot of flaws, but I still wanted to show it off. I will be having more videos in the future regarding this deck. And I have a whole video series with more informational tips about this deck, and I hope you guys will stay tuned to watch it. I'll say thank you for watching my video, and hopefully I can catch you guys in the next one.